at the higher level, we've seen a lot more players who are like taking secondary and tertiary options as opposed to just having a single main and sticking to it. Like we still definitely see them, but like even players like LDZ who have like never played anything but
Queen Nai.
Queen Nai. He's like been practicing his Vrax and stuff and some other characters.
I've seen
And
Diana
I've seen
as
this
well.
between like like so many people have been taking on multi characters now, which is definitely a change from the older meta.
An opportunity to practice using that legend in a serious environment, perhaps, or maybe they just feel like it's better for whatever matchup they're going into. Either way, it's interesting. It'd be nice to be able to ask them why they do that. But Zeloxory opening up the bow now and actually doing a lot of damage. The Maltager's side stick actually connects, sends him flying. Has no weapon currently. Another side stick. That's it. Zeloxory ended that stock in under 30 seconds.
Wow, really good side sigs from Zelo to just take that kill so early.
Maltager holding on to the spear.
I hope Maltager is not going to be playing like he did versus Brynn.
Well, he's got the spear in hand,
there.
and he didn't start out with Cassidy, because Maltager took
true.
like 2 legends to get to his main legend. Goes for that slide shark down to go over, and that side air actually punishes him. Zeloxory tries to make it back to the stage. Maltager holding on to that spear for so long, tosses it straight up into Zeloxory's face, and Zeloxory down sigs into a side stig and gets sent flying, and the stocks are evened up immediately.
So close. Yeah, the down sig from Koji was like an inch in front of Brynn's face. That was super close.
Neutral comes
That
out.
actually
Maltager
equaled it up.
tosses the spear into the ground, goes for the side air follow-up. Zeloxory's playing around with his bow right now. Goes for that side light. Drew goes for the down sig read, and that actually almost worked. Maltager down lighted over the down sig from Zeloxory, and Zeloxory still holding onto the bow. Tries to go for a down air. Keeps holding on to it. And the side sig punish once again. Zeloxory on point with these side sigs.
Yeah, and I mean, it's hard to say whether that's really good reads or if Maltager is just tilting a little bit and running into them, because like those are pretty telegraphed and not too hard to dodge out of if you're on point, if you're on your game. But
Zeloxory definitely doesn't make him feel that way, though. Especially,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, there was a case where in one of the best of threes that we watched earlier in Losers Bracket where he threw out one end sig all game and it connected. But wow, that down sig actually just reading Zeloxory's landing. I'm surprised that Zeloxory walked into that.
But yeah, we're seeing a lot of back and forth right now. I think Zelo has a read on Maltager, but it's weird because Maltager also has a really good read on what Zelo wants to do, and we see a lot of back and forth damage getting traded.
D-Light, Nair, recovery, Nair, weapon toss, ground pound. That might be Zeloxory's stock. Ooh, the down air comes out from Maltager, but he flubs the weapon toss, and Zeloxory makes it back on stage. That could be devastating. Zeloxory has the sword, and that's definitely not his weapon of choice. Gets the neutral air, goes for that slide charge down sig. Zeloxory toss the sword. You want your bow back, but that side air comes from Maltager. Goes for that GC. Oh, the slide charge neutral sig sends him into the side of the stage so it doesn't KO. And the side air from Zeloxory goes for the ground pound. Zeloxory doing his best to get his bearings, but that side air will do it.
Side air will kill. Holy crap, that last stock by Maltager, he turned on like crazy. That was some really cool reads and stuff. The slide charge down sigs weren't working out, so he just went for a neutral sig instead. That was beautiful.
Maltager accidentally saying a word alternative to ship, and a black card for his bans. And Zeloxory wants to go to the Great Hall. Goes to Ember. Maltager switches to Bodvar before anything can even happen. So he definitely doesn't want to stick with his Brynn. Maltager clutches that match after, because that was like a 20-second stock from Zeloxory at the very beginning there.
Yeah, Zelo took massive control in the first stock, but Maltager grinded his way back very well. That was a good win by Maltager, well deserved. See what this matchup looks like. Maltager actually winning and switching his legend fake.
Maltager holds onto the Bodvar, goes for that dive kick, but Zeloxory's ready to hit him with that sideline into weapon toss. Picks the bow back up. Maltager finds the hammer as Zeloxory gets him in with that neutral light. Goes for another neutral light. Maltager's ready to punch with the stomp side light. Goes for that down sig, and Zeloxory is trading rather evenly with Maltager's Bodvar.
Maltager is just trying to space this hammer out while Zelo is trying to punish with Sares and stuff. That slide charge, he's dead. Why did he?
Salutes.
He was at yellow.
I'm not quite sure. I guess he thought that Zeloxory was agreeing to do some fancy offstage stuff too, but Maltager ends up losing it, and Zeloxory is fine with taking that lead. Goes over the side light, down light, gets hit by a side air as he tries to land, but that's some damage that he got into Maltager right now. Zeloxory Toss the guitars away, finds the bow that he loves to use so much, and the D-Light Cider comes in from Maltager, sends him into the red. Zeloxory, however, makes it back, and he's going to try to get as much damage on the Maltager as possible. Goes for a Side Light, doesn't connect. Cider does, however. Neutral Light gets punched by Side Sig, and Maltager quickly makes up for that stock that he lost.
Yeah, but this game should be looking so much better than Maltager. He killed himself so early, and that bomb might actually be really bad.
Yeah, Maltager was out of jumps, and he gave the salute knowing that.
So that's the second time Maltager has died at yellow. That is probably some of the most mentally taxing things that can happen in the game. Killing yourself at yellow and then eating a bomb and dying to it at yellow. Let's see if Maltager can handle that. He's sort of sitting on the ledge. Maybe he's lagging? I don't know.
Maltager holding out of the... Well, he definitely would give the thumbs up if it was a case where the lag was coming out. But he goes for that side stick and actually reads Zeloxory as he tries to go down for that ground pound. Ooh, goes for the ground pound himself. I feel like he went for a recovery there. That actually would have done a devastating amount of damage to Zeloxory. Zeloxory still staying on the top of Great Hall. Goes for the neutral light, holding onto the bow. Ooh, gets hit by that stop cider that sends into the red. He has to dodge beneath the hammer. And Maltager goes for the ground pound, dodges out of the way of it. But Zeloxory's just taking damage over and over again on the stock. I always feel like whoever gets the first stock just ends up running away for the entirety of the stock until it's evened up again, because Zeloxory's just not getting any strings or combos on the Maltager here, and he's just chasing him around the map.
Yeah, like, Zelo is a better player than this. He should at least be trading evenly, but instead, after getting 2 stocks at yellow from Maltager, it's almost even up again. Like, why is this happening? This shouldn't. Like, Zelo should just be, like, easily grinding out some simple Sares, like, stuff like that. There's, like, wait for a whiffed move. Easy dodge and read. Like, now Zelo's playing a bit better, but it's too late. He's already died. He should have won the game already. I don't know why he's on his last stock. It's crazy.
Zelo holds on the guitars, goes in for something, but gets interrupted by a stomp. Maltager holding onto the hammer, goes for a cider. Zeloxory going for the neutral light stomp.
Oh my goodness.
Maltager's making a comeback with this. He holds onto the sword. Zeloxory lands the neutral there. Goes for that.
This might be one of the biggest comebacks I've ever seen if Maltager can do this.
Walks away from the side sig. Maltager gets hit by the unarmed. Zeloxory holds on the guitar. Still can't find the bow. Gets the sidelight, however. Goes for the ground pound and just mispaces, but the recovery sends him flying. Another recovery from guitars will end his stock. Tries to go for it. Gets punched by a dive kick. Goes for the side sig to pick up the weapon. Neutral air follow up right away. Weapon toss on the ground pound. Recovery. Maltager still holding on to his stock.
He's so close to death, though.
Yeah, a lot of moves from Zelo will kill.
Malt has to play so perfectly if he wants to win this.
I mean, he can only really get hit by...
That's it.
Well,
all
not
right.
that.
Zelo does get the win, but that was uncomfortably close considering the events that happened in the first and second stock.
Yes. That is absolutely true.
But Zelo does tie it up 1-1. I mean,
I don't know if he wants to.
Like that,
I don't know if he wants to stick with Ember after that, because Maltager lost his stock to himself, and then lost his stock at yellow to a bomb, and still brought it to like red on the very end. So I'm feeling like Zeloxory's thinking about what legend he wants to pick against Maltager right now.
Does the map pick come before or after the person picks characters? Huh. So Zelo's gonna switch back to Sir Roland. I guess he realizes he was having issues with his Ember. I mean, like, even though Maltager lost, that was a dominating performance by him. He absolutely controlled that game, and he probably deserved to win if he didn't kill himself. I don't want to say he killed himself twice, but it's pretty close to it, because it was an easy dodgeable bomb, too. But we're into the game. Both players finding some early swords to duel it out with. Zelo with the side sig whiffing, going for some more signatures, but Maltager isn't getting hit by any of them. Just playing some smart sword stuff, standing still.
No lag there. They were just waiting. 2 D-lights into a cider come out from Maltager, however, and a cider from Zeloxory. Doesn't quite work out. Cider comes out and tries to go for that side sig when Maltager's ready to punch with the D-light neutral. Sig goes in for a cider instead of recovery, and Zeloxory's ready to punish. Charges up the baseball bat, doesn't quite work out, and punishes him for that sidelight with a sidelight of his own. Goes for a side sig once again, and a D-light cider immediately to punish Maltager's approach to the down air, or down line rather. And a weapon toss into ground pound will do it.
Okay, that'll do it. Maltager getting the first kill, but is pretty close to kill percent for a Sir Roland. We'll see. But the cider is just absolutely destroying Zelo. Taking a lot of damage before he can get a kill, but he finds the mind throw.
being a little creative with that mine, picking it up in a place I think Maltager didn't expect. Zeloxory needs to end the stock pretty quickly, however. Maltager goes in with the side sig with the spear. Ooh, he punishes his approach with the neutral light, and to his D-light side air, goes to the recovery. Ooh, side sig charged by Zeloxory once again. That's never really working out, but he always gets the D-light side air follow-up after the missed side sig. That happened twice.
Yeah, it's because Maltager doesn't know how to punish the side sig at all. Like, he's trying so hard, but every time he tries, he's just getting into range of the downlight instead of actually hitting Zelo. Goes for the side sig, but whiffs. Maltager really wants to find a kill. If he could find an early kill right now, that would pretty much be game. Having a full stock lead over Zelo like that.
Zelo, however, gets hit by that side sig. I've seen him do some impressive, well, interesting things when it comes to being behind a full stock, especially on Roland. Goes for Nair. Maltager hits him with that cider, but still not really killing Zeloxory. Managing to hold on to the stock. Goes for that GC neutral sig, but Zeloxory's able to recover above it, and he's still not losing his stock on Roland with his 8 defense character. Holds onto the lance. Tries to go in for a cider. Tosses the weapon into Maltager's face. Neutral lights are coming out from Zelo. Goes for the down air. Maltager hits with the side light. Goes for the ground pound rather, and Zeloxory's still holding onto his stock. He's doing damage to Maltager slowly but surely. Weapon toss in the ground pound. Goes for an air. Maltager, what are you doing? Staying below the stage, goes to the recovery, still doesn't kill.
Though.
Maltager's almost into the orange here, and Zeloxory's doing such a great job of holding onto the stock. Tosses the spike ball into Maltager's face, and the cider finally does it, but Maltager must have been getting frustrated by that.
It's so weird. Like, Zelo actually just straight up plays better when he's behind. And I don't know why. Because, like, it's not that Maltager suddenly played worse trying to find the kill or anything. It was that he was playing the same, and Zelo was playing better. Like, Zelo actually hits his punishes. He knows, like, I don't know what it is, but he just plays better. It's so weird. But anyways, we see this coming again. Zelo struggling to do anything as Maltager just hits these insane spear strings, bringing Zelo to red already.
Who goes to
all
the
that
ground
work he
pound.
put into coming back.
Yeah, D-Light Cider comes in from Zelo. Zelo picks up the lance, gets that downer actually, goes for the ground pound, but doesn't work out, and Zelo finds himself below the stage. Melter's ready to punish. Ooh, Zeloxory probably dead here.
Yeah, so that down air will finish it off. Maltager taking that win very convincingly, as we might have expected. I mean, Maltager is just playing better than Zelo right now. Zelo is struggling to find punishes. I mean, Maltager is making his fair share of mistakes too, but they're nowhere near as devastating as the stuff Zelo is taking. Maltager 1 win away from moving on to Grands. Zelo can't lose this. He needs to make it go to Game 5 if he wants to stay in this tournament. You there, bud?
I am here.
There, Taza. All right.
I was waiting for you to finish with your thing. Now I am here. Zeloxory picking Koji. Maltager going with the D-Light Ciders. None of them are really connecting out. Zeloxory tosses the bomb and actually connects with Maltager somehow. Then a neutral comes out from Zeloxory, goes for a cider follow-up, but Maltager's ready to interrupt with the ground pound. Side sig coming out from Zeloxory, doing a devastating amount of damage to Maltager. These side sigs, whether from the sword or the bow, just seem to be destroying Maltager, and that's the stock already. Reminiscent of the first game that we saw against Zeloxory and Maltager, but if we remember that first game, Zeloxory lost it. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not he can keep it up this time. Cider comes in from Zeloxory, tosses the bow off the side of the stage. Maltager still can't find the weapon. There's the axe that he likes to use.
Finally gets a weapon. I mean, Maltager is definitely capable of outplaying Zelo to the point where he can bring back a stock deficit. I mean, we've seen it in the past 2 games already. So, yeah, like, we already see him. He's, like, brought Zelo down to deep orange.
Down that
Not
side
taking
air.
nearly as much damage.
Comes out. There's the side sig from Zelo. Goes for the ground pound as well. Weapon toss. Tries to go for another ground pound. Doesn't work out as Maltager's able to walk around it into a weapon toss ground pound of his own and evens up 2-2. Maltager in the red, however.
Yeah. We're going to have to see if Zelo can outperform Maltager for once.
Whoa!
Oh my
How?
gosh,
I'm so confused
close.
with this bomb not connecting after that cider. Zeloxory gets that down air, however, puts Maltager further into the red, holds onto the sword, gets the neutral light. Was surprised not to see a side sig coming out from Zeloxory. Goes for that GC neutral sig. Zeloxory holding on to
Maltager
the
is
sword.
just so lost without a weapon. He doesn't know what to do. He's just getting absolutely demolished as he looks for one.
And there's that neutral stick to cover his landing. Maltager tried to land with a side air of all moves instead of the downer, and got punished for it. Zeloxory is solid stock ahead once again.
He could have picked a weapon up right there, and I feel like he should have. Maltager is really good with the weapon, and he's just like losing all of this health and damage when he doesn't have one. Trying to sidekick Zelo into the mine, but it doesn't work out. Not enough damage yet. Why isn't he picking the weapon up? There he goes.
Has the spear in hand now. Goes for the D-lights, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw it away from an unarmed. But oof, wow! That down stick just going straight past Maltager as he waits it out and gets that D-light sider. Goes for the ground pound follow-up. Another D-light's neutral air into recovery. Doesn't quite work out. Spear is tossed off the side. Side stick actually connects, and that might actually kill Zelo. Goes for the recovery.
He finds the recovery, but that's not going to kill. The Nair almost kills off the top.
Maltager just chasing Zelo throughout the air.
Dangerously high.
Zelo making Koji look like he is Sir Roland as he takes kill move after kill move and still does not die. Holds onto the spike ball, hit on the axe twice in the face, but Maltager's not ending the stock. Neutral light coming out from Maltager. Neutral sig coming out from Maltager. Maltager just wants Zelo to die and he won't. Now Zelo has a weapon once again.
It's going to be so hard for Malt if he can't get this kill. He finds a side air. Can he get the edge guard though? He's going to go for a ground pound, but it comes out too late.
No, he goes for that downer and doesn't interrupt the recovery
Yeah,
either.
he doesn't
Zelo,
even go for the ground pound.
Zelo has the two side lights in a row. There's the ground pound finally, but Zelo was able to bring Maltager into the orange.
Yeah, Zelo's playing a lot better now with his Koji than he was with his other two characters. I don't know if it's a character thing or if he's just sort of turned back on, but Maltager is struggling to just win the neutral game like he has been for the rest of this set. We see them actually just brawling out with weapon versus weapon, and for the first time I feel like Zelo's in favor.
Ooh,
and he
two
actually
siders.
finds the side air to side air. That might be it. It will. Zelo takes game 4. We're going to a game 5. Well played by Zelo. I mean, that was great. Zelo took the early lead. He got the Gimp. And unlike the other games where he took the early leads, he actually traded equally. He didn't play like garbage. He just beat Maltager in a very fair, very normal way. And that's exactly what he has to do if he wants to win this set. Wait, what?
GG, win by forfeit? What happened to Zeloxory?
Oh, I think Zelo disconnected and he's just playing around. Okay.
At first, I thought it was Maltager saying that he was forfeiting, and I was going to be like, man, why would you play 4 games? Hopefully, Zeloxory is able to make it back.
Is Zelo coming back? There he is. Alright, so what characters are they going to play?
I wouldn't be surprised to see Zeloxory stick with Koji.
I said Zelos. Chat's awful, dude.
I say Zelo. Sometimes I say Xylo. Sometimes I say
You say
Zelo.
Zelo? Whatever.
I mean,
I
I
say
say
Zelo.
Zeloxory.
I'm
It's
not
not.
like
Is it?
Chasm.
Is it Zeloxory? I thought it was Zeloxory, like Zelo. Like
It's
Right.
Zeloxory, fam. You just gotta say Zelo.
we call him
Trust
like. No, there's no way you can say that
Here,
word.
let's ask him.
Oxory.
Is it Zelo or Zillow?
Zelo, is it Zelo or Zil? Zell.
Zell.
It's Zell.
Just call him Zell.
I like Zello. That's how
No,
I've been
you can't
saying.
call him Zell.
I've been calling him Zello for a long time. It's not Zelo, it's Zello. Zelo is if he dies like LDZ. That would be all right. Let's get into game 5.
Zell. I don't want to say Zell. Nah, I refuse. He's always been Zeloxory or Zelo. Those are his 2 names.
Waiting for Maltager to pick a map. Is Maltager's DC'd now. Man, I just switched their names. There he is. He's back.
Gotta switch him again.
Yeah.
Zeloxory. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, my brain is dying. Sorry, Maltager seems to be going through several physical and mental ailments at the same time while playing Brawlhalla. Unfortunate.
Yeah, like I
but
said, losing 2 stocks at yellow takes a toll. You could tell he was tilted the second that second one happened, and I feel like he's been playing worse ever since. But it's enough to keep up with Zelo, except for that last game where Zelo just took control. This set has like really been a roller coaster. Like at one point, I was 100% positive Maltager had it, but after that last game, he's figured out what he was doing wrong. And Maltager's
I
not
suppose,
playing.
but I'm like ready for Zeloxory to just like completely forget how to play the game again, because that's what feels like is happening in some of these matches.
Yeah, like that for the game 1 and 2. That's exactly how it felt. Like, even though he ended up winning on game 3, but we'll see. So we're going into Great Hall in the final game of Losers Finals. Winner of this goes to Grand Finals, and the loser is out of the tournament.
Yep. Maltager gets punted in the face by Zeloxory's sidelight. Zeloxory calls in the horn, finds the sword. Something else that's interesting from Zeloxory is that whenever he plays with sword, or just Koji in general, I always see him use a bunch of signatures on the first stock and then never again. I wonder if he's going to be able to do that again. There's a sidelight sider. There's one, a slide charge down sig, so is another down sig. D-lights and siders coming out from Maltager, however, goes for that recovery. Sidelight follow up to another sider. Zeloxory is quickly brought into the deep yellow. Goes high onto the
That's
Great
such
Hall.
a cool combo. Like he goes for the downlight nair instead of the downlight sair. It does the same damage, but it has higher combo potential because you can go from nair to recovery. It's not really working because Zelo dodges out of the recovery every time.
Side stick comes out
I do
from
like the
Zelo.
option.
Weapon toss into Maltager's face. It's another side stick. That's what I'm talking about. I promise you, once Maltager loses this first stock, Zeloxory is not going to use signatures. Like that's what I'm seeing. I see these side sticks come out a lot. They always connect. He always ends up taking this first stock, and then they're gone. Side air comes in from Maltager, holds onto the spear, goes for that slide charge neutral sig, and that actually connects. Doesn't kill. That's terrible for Maltager because that was such an excellent read. Wow, that spear toss as well, connecting with everything that he's throwing out, but nothing's really giving him any mileage.
Yeah, Maltager coming so ridiculously close to finding the kill, but it just doesn't happen. But there it is, right? No?
Left sider. Well, he's got the recovery to get back, and Maltager doesn't do a ground pound. Okay, well, it was a delayed ground pound, Edgeguard.
That was
Worked
a
out.
weird option, though. I feel like if he just speared ground pound, Zelo already used his dodge. That was probably free.
Yeah.
But it ends up working out for him anyways.
I guess he was afraid of being hit by that bow recovery. Not quite sure, but Zeloxory has the sword now. Evened up. Goes for that down sig. Actually connects, sends him to the orange. Zeloxory just sniping him out with that signature. Goes for that side sig. Gets punched by D-Light side air into a D-Light, but Zeloxory doesn't get any follow up on that bomb.
Chase dodge there.
I'm not quite sure. Maybe a misinput. Goes for the side air. Both players kind of whiffing moves right now. Side light comes out. D-Light side air puts Maltager into the red. Zeloxory manages to work around that ground pound and just hits it with a down air. What an interesting way to go.
Yeah.
Zeloxory
This is
holding
such
out
a
of the
close
bow.
game. He was really close to death.
Ooh, why didn't Zeloxory toss that bow away?
No.
Zeloxory holds on the bow.
Maltager playing it slow.
Ooh, he's hit by a side air, or side light rather. Zeloxory staying on center stage. Maltager trying to take it as slow as possible. Down air connects back to the center stage. Both players have slowed it down incredibly. Like I said, once the first stock's over, ooh, charge that side sig actually, and gets punched by D-Light neutral sig. Zeloxory jumps straight into the weapon toss, but doesn't end up. Maltager ends up letting go of that ground pound. I feel like if he held onto it, it would have connected. And Zeloxory tosses his sword aside, gets out of the way of that neutral sig. Maltager puts out a D-Light to go into a ground pound. Interesting option. It actually connects, and Zeloxory is put into the deep red.
Maltager is doing a good job at the end of this stock, but he is still at the disadvantage. He needs to find this kill very soon before he gets put in the orange, because Zelo is playing very solidly, and I don't think we're going to see him forget to play the game like we were before.
No. Maltager's trying to slow it down to his pace, but Zeloxory's perfectly fine playing it like that. Gets that D-Light neutral there. Puts him near the red. Maltager's putting out down air after down air after down air into ground pounds, and Zeloxory just throws out a GC neutral.
That dare might do it.
Yeah, that'll do
Zelo taunting. He's confident, and he comes out of the taunt to do a ground pound.